best tips I ever received about video marketing strategies. Online marketing strategies take time and consideration to plan. Follow these 5 steps to get well on your way to creating a strategy to be proud of. Hello and thanks for checking out my video. In today's video I am going to be talking about best tips I ever received about video marketing strategies. My name is Richard Murphy and I am from New Zealand, so for now just sit back, relax and enjoy the video. Step 1. Understand the marketing funnel. The marketing funnel is a method whereby you can visualize the customer journey, breaking it down into each individual step. From the first awareness stage to the point of purchase, each part of the customer's engagement with your brand can be plotted, and therefore strategized. The funnel works by combining marketing and sales strategies. The buyer's decision-making process is then guided towards the purchase, transforming prospects into customers. The funnel will help you to direct certain marketing strategies at certain people, depending on their previous experience with the brand. For example, the way in which you market to a customer just learning about your brand will be very different from the way in which you market to a returning customer. Step 2. Get to know your target audience. This step involves the creation of a buyer persona and streamlining your marketing tactics to accommodate the consumer habits of your identified customers. Done correctly, this will increase your audience reach and drive sales. To do this, you must conduct market research to find out who your audience actually is. Carry out competitor research to identify what other businesses in your field are doing, and think about how you can do it better. Create a persona template, a document that captures all aspects of your target market's persona. This document should include information such as job, age, gender, location, urban, suburban, rural, education level, family size, challenges and goals, primary and secondary, fears and values, level of digital competence, hobbies, preferred news sources, blog, website and other brand influences most used, a form of social media. To gather this information, you'll need to carry out a consumer insight poll or survey to reveal the habits of your existing consumer base. SurveyMonkey is a useful tool for this task, and you might be surprised by the answers your customers give. With the consumer information you gather, you'll be able to streamline your marketing strategy. For example, if your consumer research reveals that your customers' preferred social media platform is Twitter overall, then you'll know to put more energy into your Twitter feed, as this is how you'll reach more of your ideal customers. Step 3. Evaluate your existing digital marketing efforts. This might seem obvious, but it's a very effective part of any successful strategy. By taking some time for some self-reflection, you'll be able to see what's worked well for you in the past, and what hasn't. Armed with this information, your future campaigns can be created to replicate your successes whilst avoiding any failures. To carry out an evaluation, take a look at the number of social media shares, previous blog posts has received, a number of followers you have on social media, reviews on Google and Yelp, website traffic from social sites, conversion rates generated from social traffic. These kinds of stats will help you to shape future marketing moves, revealing what you do well and what areas of your strategy might need a little TLC. Step 4. Decide which digital marketing channels you will use in your strategy. Internet marketing strategies vary massively, but the best way to connect with your customer directly is via social media. When it comes to social strategy, there are a plethora of platforms to choose from, and it's important that you choose the most appropriate social network for promotional purposes. Social media. How to use Facebook. Create a page for your business, on which you can post information, offers, photos, details of forthcoming events and so on. More than 50 million small businesses use Facebook to connect with their customers worldwide. 4 million of those businesses pay for social media advertising on Facebook. Twitter is great for building up a following amongst potential and existing customers. People often go to Twitter to give feedback. Note, 78% of people who complain to a brand via Twitter expect a response within an hour. This could be a good opportunity to research what your customers think of your business and recognize any weak spots. LinkedIn, a really useful tool for connecting with other professionals in your industry. Used to write articles and share interesting posts. Also good for scouting out potential recruits as your business expands. A Pinterest, very popular visual tool, especially if your business has anything to do with food, travel or design. Pinterest isn't a chatty form of media, so strong imagery works well here. It's also a really good source of creative inspiration. With Pinterest, you can mood board without the mess. Instagram, if you're trying to tap into the millennial market, this is the one for you. With 90% of Instagram users younger than 35, Instagram is the social media tool of today. Visually promote your product and create stories that will help your audience develop a personal relationship with your brand. YouTube, create a dedicated YouTube channel for your business. Videos are a clear and engaging way to communicate with your customers, putting a human voice to your brand. While a how it's made video would build interest in your product, a how-to video will ensure customers use the product correctly, whilst providing customer support without the need for someone to be ready to take a call 24/7. Step 5. Decide whether you need an agency to help you. Whilst digital marketing isn't the most costly of in-house operations, it's very time-consuming and reliant on some serious digital know-how. Due to the time and skill a successful digital marketing campaign will require, it's worth considering bringing in the help of an agency if you don't think your digital skills are quite up to scratch. Using an agency has many advantages, most notably the time it will save you. To keep the costs down, it's possible to delegate some, rather than all, of your marketing tasks to an agency. This will cover the aspects of the campaign that you find most challenging, whilst keeping control of the bits you're confident you can handle. One of the constant challenges in advertising is the creative process of turning a brand or idea into a piece of content that will connect well with audiences. The right ad can draw the attention of swarms of potential new customers and increase brand awareness. Yet, what happens when the client's industry is less exciting? To help you craft creative content regardless of industry, 9 industry experts from Ad Age Collective share their advice for making the most of any advertising opportunity. 1. Have a great narrative. There is no boring brand, just bad marketing. The best way to tell a great story, even in a less thrilling, highly regulated category, is to have a great narrative. The story should flow from a product truth, and then be shared in a way that is personally relevant to the audience, spotlighting the things that are true about the brand and matter to them. Engage the audience on their terms. Mark Landsberg, Socialdevant. 2. Be an authentic superlative of what matters. Any brand today must simply magnify what is true about themselves rather than rely on superficial short-term messages intended to catch eyes. A brand within a classically boring category can still find something, even if minor, that matters to buyers, and they can become a superlative of it via commitment and discipline. Once the operations can deliver, the brand can take it outward. Reed Carr, Red Door Interactive. 3. Focus on the why. We work in a handful of highly regulated industries where the thrill of creating an award-winning Super Bowl commercial will never happen. For those brands, we have to ensure we are looking at the brand story and why they exist. What need are they fulfilling for their consumers? I think you can be pragmatic with creative savvy. Ideas that evoke. 4. Start with content. In our experience, we've learned that you can typically get much more creative with a brand's content marketing strategy than attempting to push the boundaries when it comes to traditional advertising efforts. Examples of this include testimonials with creative storytelling, educational videos that stray from bland traditional content, or even entertainment content that may appeal to a larger audience. Chris Carter, Video 4. 5. Leverage user-generated content. A great way for your brand to stand out and be more creative in advertising is to get your customers to create your ads for you, i.e. user-generated content. What problem did they need to solve? How did they find you? What was their experience? How do they feel now, after using it? This is a proven way to develop high-performing ads that convert, since everyone has a different story and people relate to people. Eric Schechter, Giddy Up. 6. Be honest and open. Companies need to embrace transparency and authenticity and talk to their audiences rather than talk at them. The best storytellers have something to offer those being targeted. Telling a story is developing a relationship with someone that can last a moment or a lifetime. Being honest and open, and knowing when to listen, is the foundation to strong brand stewardship and effective storytelling. Tim Ringel, Spring Studios. 7. Remember that it's about human nature. Every form of branding, regardless of industry, must be human in order to be great. By tailoring your story for every medium and carefully considering the mindset of your target audience, you can more easily identify ways to empower your audience. Find a way to add value to people's lives and compel them to engage, interact, and see the world a bit differently. Activate their imagination. Alexander Jutkovich, SJR. 8. Start with what would get you fired. The best creative motivation I ever received came from a CMO who demanded we start with ideas that would get us fired, or arrested. Starting with something so outlandish allows, even in a less than thrilling industry, to break out and push boundaries. It encourages open thinking and doesn't hamper the creative process with budgets, industry constraints, and brand guardrails. Maggie O'Neill, Peppercom. 9. Leverage interactive whenever possible. Get creative with interactive assets, tools, landing pages, or website elements. Your brand associations are built on your buyer's experience, so use engaging and clickable content to turn relatively uninteresting language or selling points into exciting opportunities. For connection, added benefits include longer visitor dwell time, higher conversion rates, and stronger message retention. Thanks for watching my video about best tips I ever received about video marketing strategies. If you got value from watching my video, hit the subscribe button below this video. Well, that's about all from me. This is Richard Murphy from New Zealand signing off until my next video.